It was complex enough to be interesting, but it was simple and intuitive enough that, like I said, even my niece and nephew, they actually did the whole thing themselves. I didn't even help them with this, which I thought was great. And it was really satisfying to like moving, manipulating all the inputs and seeing it change. And it changed. That was the best part too, was that it was pretty instantaneous. And so this is one of those things where like it has to happen in real time, right? If I punch a thing in and it doesn't change the screen for like 1 or 2 seconds, if there's a delay, it just doesn't feel the same. And so it felt really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely spent a lot of time just like playing the things myself. And if I was annoyed by it or felt that it felt weird or that the sound effects weren't lining up right, I would change it, because I've also played a lot of games with technology that I feel like works against me more than it adds to the game. And since Wizard's Treasure, aside from the front door lock, is just it's 100% technology, I was like, I better make sure this works and that it works well, or that it feels like it's working well, because I guess sometimes that could be a little different.
That's similar to one of the things I do with the podcast when we're editing, is if I'm not sure about a section, I'll listen to it like 3 or 4 times. And the degree to which I get sick of it, like how quickly am I sick of it, or how like it starts to really make itself apparent when I listen a whole bunch of times. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this one isn't good, or this one's fine. Like I'm not completely sick of it, so it's got to be okay.
Yeah, that's a funny way to sort of check that. I definitely at some point, I don't think I got sick of playing any of those games. I play them a lot, like not exaggerating, like thousands of times each. Every week every like Monday I come into work, I play through the whole game myself. It'll take me like 8 minutes. This is a sidebar, but this is fun. I used to have the record for the escape room. It was 8 minutes. And my boss's daughters found out about that. And one day my boss shows up to work with his young teenage daughter, and he was like, they're here to play your escape room again, and they want to beat your record. And so I let them play it like 2 to 3 times until they beat my record.
Let the Wookiee win.
So I am no longer the record holder.
Speed run.
I'm not going to contest that. They got the record now. That's a better story anyway. I don't need it. But so it takes about 8 minutes, but I play through the whole game just to like make sure things are working right. And because I doubt anybody else other than me probably has the intuition to like know when things feel weird, or if like, oh, there was a delay there that shouldn't have been there.
This makes me so happy to hear, Grant, because I wish every single owner or creator of an escape room would go through and play the rooms at least once a week, maybe. Doesn't have to be every day, once a month. Just go in and play and see if everything's working the way you want it to.
It's been a huge help. And I think that that's part of the reason you said that the game, everything worked. And like, I love that that's where the bar is, that like, it's great that everything worked. I wish everything worked for all games all the time. But the doing that has been a really instrumental piece in making the game work as well as it does. Because like, don't get me wrong, things break a lot. But since I knew that I was going to be fixing them, I built them in a way that would be easy for me to fix. Like I'm always like 2 to 3 screws away from the most important parts of the puzzle if I need to like get in there and reprogram things or figure out if there's a loose connection. And so most fixes only take me like less than 10-15 minutes. And so walking through the game once every Monday, and then something isn't working right, let me fix that. Like worst case scenario, I'm spending an hour. Best case scenario, it's not even 15 minutes. Once a week. And then the game works really well.
Listen to the rest of the episode now by becoming a patron at the Search Win level for access to all of the Spoilers Club episodes. To join, visit patreon.com/roomescapeartist, and for more details on the different escape rooms that we've covered, visit roomescapeartist.com and search under the podcast tab for Spoilers Club.